It's rolling.
Alright, we are the Men of Cause.
Men of Cause, Christian.
Casey, what's up, dude?
Another day living a dream. Something like that.
Some kind of dream.
Right.
How you been? How's your day?
Not too bad. I actually got a lot done. How's work?
Good. This hour has still killed me from losing this hour of sleep.
We'll get there. So, intro as usual, we're the Men of Cause. We already went over that. So, here's where we throw in a sweet cutscene, but we don't have one yet.
Yeah, so we'll edit here.
Snap. Alright, so then after that, today, the topic of the day. Being true to yourself. Like,
The theme.
yep, that's our overarching theme for this is...
There'll be a million different things within that, but...
Yeah, we'll tie everything to it. But the idea of this episode is, like, stand true to you. Like, do what makes you happy and be who you are. You don't have to, like, pretend to be somebody else to make somebody happy or anything like that.
Being genuine gets more people than...
Yeah, genuinity.
Genuinity? I don't know.
See, that's a weird word.
Ingenuity. No, I'm just kidding.
No. Alright, so we'll tie all that in as we go along. But the first thing on the list is a little bit more about us. I mean, we're talking about being you. Who are we?
Who are you?
Who am I? So I'm Christian, obviously. The Christian Spalding, if you want to follow us on anything. But, so who am I? I am a 26-year-old I would call myself an entrepreneur, same as you.
We already talked kind of about our background schooling.
Yeah, I mean, we've got our backgrounds and stuff.
So this would be kind of
more about like, alright, first, I wouldn't even call it a hot topic, but the first topic would be iPhone or Android. I know you've had an
Is that how you judge everybody?
Nah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't even
So I know it's crazy. Let's talk to you a little bit deeper about that. I think we're in a cell phone obsessed world.
We are.
Literally.
It's crazy how quick somebody can judge you on a phone.
Yeah, and when you go in somewhere, everybody's on their phone 24/7. You can't go anywhere.
Really? I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can
So
go
let's
out
say
to
you're going to
eat.
go talk to a girl or something. She's always on her phone. Would you still approach that girl? Or do you feel like that's a lot? Because I feel like it's like a little bit invasive.
It's almost offensive in a way. It's like you're not
But
going to
if
give
I
me
was
a
on mine, I
chance.
would want somebody to approach me because I'm just doing it to wait on the next best thing to do in my life.
Right, but not everybody sees it that way. So many people, that's like the whole like fake earbud trick. You got your earbuds in, but you're not even listening to anything just so people wouldn't come up to you.
I don't think I could ever do that.
I don't either. I always have music going.
Well, I would just talk to people.
Right, but
I just have a conversation.
people are so...
So I have an iPhone. You have an Android.
Yeah, I got a Galaxy.
That's funny. So we...
But we're both on MacBooks.
So
it's not like I'm... Like, everybody thinks you're either anti-Apple or pro-Apple, but, like, I'm sitting here on my MacBook, but I have a Galaxy.
Yeah. Well, I think it's, like leads to a deeper thing. Like...
What do you mean?
To know about phones and stuff like that. It's about how you use them, what you do with them.
Sometimes. I mean, that really depends on the person, because, like, I'm a techie person. Like, I've always...
I'm not.
Messed with stuff and modded stuff and things like that. So to me, I had a jailbroken iPhone way back in the day. It was awful. Like, the second you jailbroke an iPhone, at least back in the day, I don't even know if you can still do it anyway. But, like, it was miserable. Like, everything just, like...
See, all I need is access to music. And I need lots of songs. Because... So, a hobby of mine, that's what it is. I'm a huge musician. So all I do is play music, practice music, listen to music. It's my favorite thing to do. You're also a musician.
Yeah. I mean, we've played guitar. I think we started close to the same time. I've been playing for 13 years, 14 years, something like that.
Playing music is probably the hardest thing in the world. Not because it's hard to do, it's because it's once you get out there and start playing in front of people.
Oh, yeah, that's way different. There's a difference between, like, sitting in your room and, like, picking up, learning keyboard or learning guitar or bass or whatever you're into, and, like, playing in front of somebody. Like, I can remember the first time we played in front of somebody, and that was the most stressful, like, terrifying thing. Until you got up there, and then that was, like, the greatest thing you could ever imagine.
Yeah, because it's two things. It's something you've worked on really hard, and then you're presenting it to people who could really care less.
Or they could love it.
But your job is to make them love it. Or two, you could really just go into the wrong general area with the things you're trying to do. So I played a club one time, and we were playing some harder rock music, and it was blues on it.
I was there.
I know. So I thought immediately, it's not going to work. I mean, because there were a bunch of older people who didn't really like what we were... I didn't think...
Yeah, there wasn't as many people our age there as there normally was, but, I mean, I feel like it's still well received.
Yeah, it went awesome. So that's what I'm saying. So that's the thing, being true to yourself.
Right.
That kind of ties right back to that. If you do it, like if you play something or if you draw, you draw.
Not really,
You
but
used to draw.
I mean, yeah. I'm
So
more
if you
of a-
create
more of a
art
Photoshop
or
person,
something like
our
that.
logo there. Check out our logo.
Yeah, if you do anything like that, just do what you like. Stay true to that.
Right. I mean, that's like what we're doing right now. Like, we literally are pushing forward, and we don't know if this is going to be well received or if people aren't even looking for what we're doing. That's what we're going to do. Like a fingers crossed type situation, but we'll see what happens.
Another hobby I have is my beautiful pup.
Right.
I have a Yorkie. Yes, I'm a 26-year-old single male with a Yorkie named Katie.
It could be a cat. It could be worse.
I don't like cats. I'm not a cat person.
Somebody else's cat, you know, like I don't care, like pet one or whatever,
Cats are
like be
dicks.
friendly. But yeah, like having a cat in the house, like I had an ex that had 2 cats. Dude, you can't. I don't know how people live with cats, other than you, like. But no, like they are. Like cats are the most dickish animal. Like, and you can be nice to them. You can like. Do you think you leave them out of the room? You're just trying to take a nap or sleep or something. The next thing you know, you're waking up with like a cat swatting your face and stuff just to.
All right, so we know that you're Christian's anti-cat, so it's weird. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah.
But yeah, back to that, like the whole iPhone versus. I mean, really, I don't think anybody uses anything other than like a Galaxy. Like, there's those few people that use those like. Random
So I just
phones.
want to like close this with the phones. Just get off of them in public. Just
Right.
talk to people.
Okay, what if you're by yourself?
I said if I would use it, if I could see an opportunity to meet someone new, like a friend or a girl, I would just put it up.
Good point.
Usually I'm probably just like on Instagram looking at musicians or something.
Right.
So I want to give a shout out to Hobo Johnson. I just followed his Instagram.
Jumping right into that.
Dude, this guy is amazing. I know we're going to go over play this later. This guy, really, everybody. If I can turn one person on to him, because he's small, he's like 12,000 followers.
Right, which is, I mean, that's a decent chunk.
I know,
In
but-
terms of like big musicians, yeah.
And he's really talented. So Hobo, Hobo Johnson, Instagram.
If I were to describe like what you showed me so far, I would say a slam poet turned rapper. I don't even know if rapper is a good word for it.
He's like a folk rapper.
Yeah, like slam poetry, folk rap. But
That's awesome.
that describes it honestly. Like, so yeah, check that out. And I mean, on the topic of like, you know, just going from there. Like, what's on your playlist today? So today, what have you listened to?
So this is a great topic for me because my playlist changes every single day. But once I latch on to something, it's over.
I know.
So today I listened to a ton of Tom Waits, old school Tom Waits. I like All Hell Broke Loose. He's awesome. Hobo Johnson, The Rise of Hobo Johnson. I bought that CD. It's awesome. And really today, that's the only 2 I've been listening to. Tom Waits and Hobo Johnson. Very different. I'll let you listen to Tom Waits before this.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are way different kinds of music, but I mean, it works.
Tom Waits has been out since like the 70s. And he's still, dude, he drank and smoked forever, and he's still, I think he stopped actually now, but he's still kicking.
For me, today was a G-Eazy and Logic kind of day.
Wow, totally different than mine, but I
Right,
like
yeah.
Jeezy's awesome too.
I was gonna say, like, for me, like, I usually like make up a Pandora station with a couple artists and just go from there, and that's what was on mine today.
Sweet.
All right, back to more personal stuff. Now we can space that out a little bit, but in the news, I mean, Stephen Hawking, like, that was pretty great.
Oh, dude, that sucks. I made a post on him too.
I saw that. Yeah.
Not a huge, like, I'm not a genius, obviously.
No.
I mean,
No.
he's so smart, it's hard to even follow some of his works, just how he discusses things, you know, with his views on God and the universe and things. But why I like him so much is because no matter what happens, he showed the world that you can still achieve what you want to achieve. He was
right.
so...
Like, he's the definition of being yourself.
Yeah, be
like,
true to yourself. He is the pioneer, dude. He
didn't let anything stop him.
I mean, he ravaged his body, and he still was at every event, at doing everything he could to be out in the scene, in the science scene, and making
Right,
noise.
that's impressive.
Because what if he had all that knowledge and then just gave up and just laid in bed? Then what the world would mean? Did you see the movie they made about it?
I have no idea.
It's very strange. I can't think of the name.
It was a scientific term, wasn't it?
It's you can keep going. I want to look up his net worth.
Who do you leave it all to?
Hopefully me.
That'd be cool. you're doing that, let's see.
Did you know he was 300 years old?
It's impressive.
I'm just kidding. He's 76. I'm not making jokes. I'm just making light out of the situation.
Isn't that by definition making a joke? Got it.
$20 million is what he left behind. I thought it'd be more than that.
That's still not a little bit of money. I'd be alright with
At least
20
a couple thousand. Alright.
But you didn't look up the name of the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. On to the next thing, then. I feel like we're rushing through these a little bit, but I'm sure we'll drag it out eventually. More about us. Who's your favorite sports teams?
Alright, so every time I say this, I get flack because this has been my team for 20 years, the
I know where you're
Philadelphia
coming from.
Eagles.
I know where you're coming from.
Super Bowl champs, I'm glad.
Right.
About that. But I've loved
Yeah, that's poor timing, like, to announce that. But, you know, they don't know that we've...
I've been dealing
Real
with
large
these guys
teams,
for 20 years. Basketball, I'm kind of fluid with it. I just like watching certain people. Lonzo Ball's, I like him. He's very controversial because his dad is a psychopath, but his dad is the greatest advertiser of all time. Marketing genius, and people who can't see that yet, I'm telling you, it's what's happening.
I feel you there. But I agree with that. Like, I'm pretty sure
Joel
when it comes
Embiid
to
from the
basketball.
Sixers, I like him.
Like, I follow players in basketball, but when it comes to football, I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan.
That sucks.
And it does. But, I mean, you can't say I'm a bandwagon in any shape or fashion there. Like,
Since Corey Dillon.
since back in the day.
So, just heard some weird interference.
I wonder if you can hear that. I doubt you. I doubt the camera
Okay,
picked that up.
funny if we could.
Right.
So, baseball. I'm kind of falling out of baseball. I used to be super into baseball.
I don't seek to watch baseball, but if there's a Reds game on, I'll watch it. But that's about it. And I don't watch hockey at
Well,
all.
I like the Reds in baseball. I go up there all the time. We don't live far from the stadium, so we go up there.
I don't really fuck with hockey.
Hockey, I watch it, but again, I just like certain players. Soccer's, football's not too huge where we are, but it's obviously the biggest sport in the world.
No offense to like all the soccer, football fans, but those are such boring games to watch a lot of time. Like there's
They play for hours and end 0-0. So.
there's just not enough excitement in football for me, or soccer, wherever side of the pond you're on. I don't know. But yeah, so definitely.
I'm really big into MMA. I love watching that. Alistair Overeem's one of my favorite fighters.
I haven't kept up with that lately. Last.
Boxing's awesome right now, finally. Been through a rough spell for a while.
I feel like that happens with a lot of like the. What would you call it, like an action sport? What would you call boxing and MMA? I'm just.
Gladiator sports.
Right. Wrestling.
Shit, I used to love wrestling. It sucks now, for like the last 15 years, but
It's been a long time. Back in the day. Alright.
met tons of wrestlers at Comic-Con.
We did.
They look so old. It's so weird to see
But they're still so big.
Well, I mean, you see giants like that never fade on TV, and then you see them in real life, and you're like, life has really. Dude, but I mean, imagine that. Like, it's hard to just record a podcast every day. Imagine if your job was just to come and get slammed on your head for 2 hours a night. Like, you know, and drugs and stuff, sadly, are huge contributors to that, because I actually went back in the day to a wrestling academy with Anthony. And I'm telling you,
How
the
was
first
that?
day we did it. So you go in, you sign up, and it's just like gym rats who are jacked, and obviously I'm not, so I just was wanting to see what it was about. So the first day, you know what you do for like 6 hours straight? You learn how to fall. Because if you can't fall correctly, you know it's fake.
Yeah, you're
obviously.
gonna hurt yourself.
So
like,
if you don't learn how to fake fall, you're going to end up really twisting something or breaking something. So this is a famous, this guy was actually worked with Al Snow and I think the Holly Brothers, Hardcore Holly and stuff. Like, this was a pretty big guy. And you would go to the, you know, there's 3 ropes. You would go to the middle rope and hold on to it, and you'd squat down, and you would jump as high as you can, and you would keep your arms like that and fall on your back. And there's like, it's like wood.
oh no, I've been on one of the.
Yeah, it sucks. So I was like, and I couldn't do it correctly, so they made me keep doing it. So I was like freaking myself up, dude. It hurt bad. And after that, the night I fell for 6 hours, and then we started doing some moves. The next day we went shopping for something, me and one of my cousins, Anthony. And we were looking for something, and I couldn't even get out of the car. I was like, you guys go, I'll just stay here and eat. Like, I couldn't do it.
Oh Oh man, that's what we went to. I don't remember. It was WWF back in the day, but it was somewhere local because we were kids back then. At the end, we ran across the stage like we ran under the ropes. That's been like 20 years ago.
Yeah, I do play basketball probably like 3 or 4 times a week and work out, so that's good.
Right.
I don't want to like get like.
You're like, you can find me here, here, and here at these times.
I don't want to get like huge because that's not my goal. Because then I can't really play ball like I want to. So.
I mean, I feel like there's a difference between like working out and bodybuilding though. Like those are two different like mentalities.
Yeah, but everybody does steroids now.
That doesn't mean you have to.
No, I'm not doing them. I don't like needles. But I'm just saying that in the sports world, I mean, it's just so common. You go to the gym and everybody's like, you want juice? You want juice? I'm like,
I'm good.
That's crazy. I didn't,
I could be
until
really
I started like working out a lot, I didn't realize how
Many people.
common that was. I actually have family members who do it, and to me to see that, I'm like, dude, I didn't even know. Like, so, and it's almost like just an internal 24-hour day energy boost to them. I feel like because I don't know how to fix it, and I wouldn't pretend to know. None of them are angry like that old. You know, everybody says that like you get on steroids, you get angry.
Stigma.
Yeah, like I'm not telling you to do them or not.
Yeah, we're not advocating.
No, I'm not saying that, but I've never experienced that in one like it's a patient, in someone who does that.
At the same time, I've seen some dudes that definitely don't, that have got like jacked just from sheer like determination and working out like twice a day.
You can do it naturally, but if you want to cheat, then there you go.
Right, there's definitely an easier way.
But that's like anything. You can cork a bat in baseball and hit home runs all day long. Sammy Sosa talking to you. But
Alright,
you want to go into some news topics?
let's do it.
I got some cool
Hit me with
ones.
news.
So, do you know anything about Stormy Daniels? I think that's her name.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a background before we go into this topic.
Yeah, Stormy Daniels is a porn star, okay? She came out I guess it was a couple months ago, maybe a little bit longer, I don't know. Came out saying that her and Trump had this thing going on and all this stuff. I mean, all these crazy accusations,
Right.
and then she kind of said that she didn't do it, and then she kind of said that she did, and then she got more media press, so of course she did it. So, this is her. So, but this is what I think is funny about this. The porn star suing President Donald Trump is now using a crowdfunding effort to cover her legal fees.
That's genius.
Okay, so I think it's on the absolute other end of the spectrum. I think that's the most pathetic thing I've ever seen.
Oh yeah, it's definitely pathetic.
So
It's definitely pathetic.
So regardless if this is true or not, so let's take two avenues real quick.
All
It's
right.
true.
So say it's true, then she does have legal fees.
Right, but she can get that back and pay that. He's one of the richest people.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah. Like if you did it, or if it's true, and you have a case, you'll win the case,
And then you can pay legal
and then
fees.
you get
let's
the
talk
fees.
about how
But if it's not-
what this really sounds like.
But if it's not,
So how many times have we seen video game companies offer all this stuff, get the money, and then buy a Lambo and not make the game?
Yep.
I've seen that multiple
oh,
times.
crowdfunding happens all the time. Like
Yeah, and
the
I don't
crowdfunding, like
I don't think it's a bad idea.
Conning, I
for,
guess.
for a thing, it's good. But in this particular thing, to sue the president about all these claims like
And
this,
then-
but then have the American people pay for that, is to me,
it sounds like we'd pay either way.
because if she is wrong and she's lying, and then she already has. Let me finish this before we go. So she made a quote. I need funds to pay for attorney fees, out-of-pocket costs associated with the lawsuit. Wonder what that is. New clothes maybe? Purses? Arbitration and my right to speak openly. So I don't understand that. I don't have to pay to speak openly. Security
We're
expenses.
speaking openly right now.
Security expenses, she needs security. And damages that may be awarded against me if I speak out and ultimately lose to Mr. Trump and Mr. Cohen. So that's setting it up to fail right there. So she needs money in case she loses. She said that.
Yeah.
So,
How many people have what's her funding
so
up
that's
to?
something- I don't know if this was a 30-day funding because it's at 29 days, and this just came out at 8:59 today. So is it 14?
Man.
Yeah, this just came out today, so it's 29 days. So I'm guessing 30, right? That'd be awkward being 59, if not whatever.
Anyway.
But 29 days remaining. Clifford's effort. I don't know. Oh, Clifford's Plea, I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's her real name or whatever. But her efforts have raised more than $46,000 as of Wednesday night. 46 grand already just to smear somebody, if it's not true. And if it is, I'm saying she deserves everything.
Yeah, right.
I'm not taking sides.
Wait, what's the case about? We didn't
I'm
actually...
more fortunate than many people in this country, and for that I'm grateful, but unfortunately I do not have the vast resources to fight Mr. Trump and Mr. Coble, and thank you for supporting me.
No, is she claiming like, what, like...
Listen to this.
Misconduct or something? Or, like, so why is she suing? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I have that. I'm just reading. I don't want to say it wrong, so let me just read it straight from the...
No, yeah. Legal matters and stuff.
What's your next topic, Robert? Is it real late?
No, not even a little bit. This is only the first news topic. We were going to do like multiple news topics, I was assuming.
Dude, so they actually have the entire, like, the transcripts and manuscripts and everything for this, like, uploaded.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
Well,
I didn't think it was public knowledge till after the case.
I'm not lying.
Factual background. That's funny. Let's discuss this, shall we? But with all this, and I'm for women's rights. I mean, I really am. I love women. My mom and my grandma are my favorite people. But okay, so it's just an affair, an alleged affair.
Wait, so how can she sue for that?
I guess she's trying to say that. Just let me read this. This is really good. Stephanie Clifford, the porn star of Stormy Daniels, discussed her alleged affair with Donald Trump during a May 2007 radio appearance. A well-known Florida radio personality told his listeners Friday, Bubba the Love Sponge Clem, known as Todd Clem before he illegally changed his name in 1990, played portions of the interview on the radio show. I think it's like a smear thing.
Right.
Like he's denying and she's saying he's lying and all that. So it's a mess. But how many people are going to come and say that? I mean, I don't know, because
I bet after this goes through, whether she wins or not, I guarantee that there will be multiple more people come forward and be like, oh, this happened to me too.
Dude, that's the hashtag, me too.
Is that what that's about?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was about her case.
No, it's not her case. It's people who have fallen victim to certain things like that. I'm not going to say I'm against it for it. If you are being truthful and someone has really wronged you and hurt you mentally and physically that way,
right, yeah. Like,
we should kill him.
If there's truth behind
not
that.
us, the jurors.
Yeah. If there's truth behind that, then yeah, like I believe that it needs to be like acted upon and like judgment taken. But if it's people looking for 15 minutes of fame, people looking for just a cheap ticket to find some way into like money or like, you know, be a public figure all of a sudden, or like any of those things, like it's just wrong. Like, I mean, there's other topics that relate to that, but I don't even know if we need to bring them up.
I'm not going into that.
You know exactly, I think, what I'm talking about.
So, let me bring this up too. Alright, so at school, first of all, today that something really cool happened at work.
Are you talking about this?
This is news. Viacom channels on all satellite cable TV providers removed 17 of their channels for 17 minutes for the 17 students that were shot in Florida. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's respectful.
But you know what? So in the complaint department of a certain company that I won't name that I work near, immediately bombarded with my channels.
I bet that was miserable.
Well, it said why, and they still complain. Like, people have no hearts, dude. Like, to me, that, and I know
that's like 17 minutes of silence.
And it was at like 10:17 or something. I don't know the significance to all that, but dude, it's 17 minutes at 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, if you're watching Judge Judy that much, you're your brother, and that's weird. Not weird to watch Judge Judy, but come on, get the fuck over it. Like,
right.
So,
and it even had the message on the screen, right? Like it explained.
From what I saw, I didn't go to. Craig Mack's dead.
Who?
Craig Mack, Flavor in Year, with some of Biggie Smalls back in the day. Here comes the Brendan Flavor. He died too. I think he got a little bit overshadowed by Stephen Hawking, but a genius nonetheless.
In a different way.
A teacher accidentally discharged a firearm while teaching a public safety class, injuring one student in Northern California on Tuesday. I'll leave the names out of this because I don't really want to discuss that.
What's wrong with California?
Seaside City's mayor pro tem and reserve officer the Sand City 17-year-old student was injured by a bullet fragment or the debris that fell from the ceiling. So I saw.
Was there a video?
No, there's not a video. There's a picture of the injury.
I bet it's like a scuff on the knee.
It's not even that. It's a pink mark on an arm. You talk. Let me. Bring
No, I can completely believe that. But at the same time, like dude, the media is so fucked. Like if somebody wants to turn something one way, like they can say student injured, and like it could be something as simple as the gunfire scared him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now we got to ban all guns and make them illegal because that's going to stop terrorists.
This is the picture. So go to NBCnews.com and look it up.
Dude, I've walked into like sides of stuff and hurt myself worse than that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like it's a very, very fragile time for people, and that scares me because I'm not going to sit here and have a gun debate on.
No, I mean we know our stance, and
because
everybody's got their own opinions.
You're either a pro gun or you think that every gun's an AR-15. You could have a BB gun that's an AR-15. You know how many times I've heard that?
Oh, speaking of like not gun debate stuff, but like all this media like flaming that it's getting, like there's a bunch of big channels that like made their living on YouTube. They literally got pulled. Like their jobs of say like reviewing guns or just making trick shots or like entertainers, like that have safe areas and all this stuff. Like taking all the cautions. Literally, like their jobs were taken from them because of stuff that people are blowing out of proportion.
Yeah. Well, look at even Dude Perfect. They have the trick shot guns sometimes.
Yep.
They do. I think so.
This man. Yep. And then
every one of those guys are good Christian men. If you read about them and stuff.
Like
great human beings who
help anybody, that have fun. Yeah.
And I'm not saying luckily that's not their.
Yeah, that's not their full thing. But like, say they were like literally their show would be cut, their YouTube channel would be dropped.
And I'm not saying everybody with the guns is saint because obviously we have school shootings. That's bad.
Yeah.
I'm for further psychological vetting and background checks, but you're not.
90% of the time, though, like just, I guess, having a little bit in, like that's like the whole like the drug war. Like making drugs illegal doesn't stop drugs.
That's what I was gonna say. If we do this, we should make heroin illegal, and then everybody looks at me like, well, yeah, it is. It's like, yeah, well, 26 people in one day died in my city or in my town.
Yeah, like
within
and they made it more illegal. And you know what happened? We still get overdoses. Like.
26 people in like a 4-hour period died from heroin in a town of what, a couple thousand?
That's bigger than that.
What was this in? I'm not going to name names. West End here. So another thing in news today, Toys R Us. This is going to hurt a bunch of guys.
48,000.
I'm talking about the West End now. So probably 12 to 15.
Right.
Anyways, it's too damn hot.
I didn't realize there was that many. Yeah.
The legal part is horrible. Like it's illegal, but the bad guys still want to get it. So
yeah,
let's switch gears and make something. This is happy, sad moments.
No, that's sad. How's that happy?
No, I'm talking about my next topic.
The Toys R Us thing?
Yeah. Well, it's happy to talk about it, but it's sad. Like, so all the guys out there that's going to be nostalgic for this, Toys R Us will close or sell all U.S. stores, every one of them. So if you guys will give us money, I'll go buy one.
Dude, could you imagine? Yeah, we'll set up a studio at Toys R Us. We'll leave the logos outside and everything.
That's it. So the iconic retailer will shut or sell. Guess how many it has in the United States?
I'd say a couple thousand.
Oh, you're way off. 800.
Yeah, like 1,200 off.
33,000 jobs are gone.
Well, if we buy one, we can keep the employees around for however long we can afford.
This is going to be good. This will be smart into time to the first part. So do you know why I've been reading a little bit into the psychology about this, behind the numbers? We're going to do another episode.
What part are you going
towards? Business. We'll get into the business side of that in another episode.
Are we talking Toys R Us?
Yeah, Toys R Us. So do you know why, like a lot of these analysts and stuff are saying this is happening?
Say what's happening?
Like, why are they shutting down? I mean, kids, the population's up. You think more kids are buying toys. Things are rocking. The economy's up.
Online?
Well, it's every kid just wants an iPad now.
Well,
that's crazy, isn't it?
Right.
All right, so back to the Toys R Us thing. So I was reading about why people...
The analysts about why they...
The analysts I mean, obviously, the population's up, there's more kids.
Right.
There's more money, like we're talking about, going around. And I thought at first it would probably be like, well, people are scared of another bubble bust, so they don't want to start spending a ton of money, but toys are...
No, it's not even that, 'cause I mean...
So what it is kids, they did a study, and kids would rather sit in the car and play on the iPad than actually go into the store and look at toys. They just want an iPad or an iPhone or a cell phone. Maybe.
Right, yeah, something digital. Like, it's all like...
They don't like the physical...
And that's so weird to me. Like, my absolute favorite part of being a kid, like when I was little, it was like a couple weeks until Christmas, and you know, like our parents would be like, all right, I don't want your dogs eating right now, but it can't be that bad.
She's a badass.
But, so like my favorite part of being little was like, you know, around the holiday time, like Christmas was so amazing. It's like, all right, let's go to Toys R Us or like, you know, the toy store. Yeah, KB Toy, EB Games.
Is KB Toys local, or was that...
I don't know if that was a chain or not.
Because I only saw them on the East Coast when as a child, if I remember correctly. Because when I went out like west and stuff, I never remember seeing this.
I never really went out west back then. But to me, like running through the halls, yeah, I was running up. Like going through and just like throwing stuff in the buggy and finding something that you haven't seen before was just like the most amazing thing. And like, I mean, even like getting like the catalogs or right around Christmas time, like all these toy stores would sing catalogs.
JCPenney's, remember this? So this is leads to a bigger thing. We'll go into this in a little more time. It's everything. Look, let's look at everything that shut down. Toy stores like Toys R Us, Blockbuster.
Right.
People don't want to go feel the actual DVD. They want to just stream it right from their Xbox. I understand the convenience.
I do like the convenience.
But I'm the type of person, though. It might be cheaper, but I'm the type of person that would pay just so these stores can keep going. And I'm not talking about such.
Well, yeah, even like local chains.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Like one of my hangouts growing up was.
What was that place called?
Maybe the other.
Maybe the one. I don't like anybody that is. It was like you crossed the bridge from Kermit, you came back. It was
Garland's. Yes.
I remember there was times we couldn't go back there because we'd rent stuff and forget about it. We'd have like such big late fees.
I used to just hang out at video stores. Like, that was cool in the 90s. Like, that's what everybody did. I remember that.
Dude, some of those, like, that was the funniest stuff ever. We'd go rent some games and your mom would be fun about it. We'd play it and we'd leave it like your book bag or something and forget about it.
Siphon Field, remember that?
Yeah.
My mom almost beat a woman's ass over Siphon Field.
It was like $100 and something late fee or something.
So let's forecast what's next. I'm scared to death.
The next thing to go?
I'm scared of the CDs. I know it's over.
I think it already is.
Yeah, but you have like...
What's weird though is like vinyl's making a comeback.
Did I say Best Buy? I meant Blockbuster shut down.
No, you said Blockbuster.
Because the CD sections are getting smaller and smaller at these chains, and you can't see this on camera, but over here I have a huge collection of CDs. I love physical CDs.
Right.
When I listen to something I like to read about
How crazy is this? Your brand new laptop that was like multiple $1,000s doesn't have a CD drive.
My truck doesn't have one. I have a brand new truck without a CD player. It almost like made or broke my deal. Like, I was not going to buy the truck because of that.
But how many albums have you in the last week? How many like CDs have you got on iTunes?
Well, I just subscribed, so I can get
yeah.
for free. I've downloaded probably 15.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm a physical guy. When I
Oh really?
Yeah, that in that manner too. But no, like a game, like it kills me if it's only a digital download for a game.
No, I'm the same way. Like, and there's been times that like
I think that's my old school.
That's just us growing up.
But my grassroots of this, if I own something physically, you can't take it from me because you have to kill me first. Seriously, that's like the old mentality I have, because if you, let's just say I have a catalog of games on my Xbox and Microsoft goes under, or which is never going to happen, but let's say they just don't like me and they ban me, they can take everything I have.
That's true.
What would stop them?
Yeah, and like without the license, you can't play. Even though it's downloaded on your Xbox, you can't play it.
So I put let's say I put $1,000 in games over the next couple of years, or the next year, or whatever, because they're expensive, but then somebody's trolling me or something, and then I say one thing and I get banned. That's scary to me. What about iTunes? What if they...
Dude, there's weird stuff. Do you remember about the whole, like, some person, like, passed away, and, like, it had to be, like, their family was trying to recover the password to just listen to the music, like, you know, of somebody that passed away. And, like, they had to take it to court because iTunes, like, apparently their library wasn't left in their will for like the next of kin or something, so like Apple or iTunes wouldn't let like the daughter listen to this like thousands of songs in the library.
Dude, that's crazy. Half the things...
If you had CDs, like she could try to find like an old school like...
Half the CDs you buy on there, you can't even make CDs out of on your iTunes anymore.
Right, yeah,
they're locked. They lock them and encrypt them. That's crazy. So, you know what that tells me? That we're not buying anything. We rent content at this point in the world.
Mm-hmm.
We rent server space, actually, what's going on.
everything's cloud based now. Like
That scares me.
that is crazy. Like I like for me. I've got a Dropbox that I back up like my photos on my phone and stuff. I just recently factory reset my phone. I don't know if I told you about that, but it was horrible. It was a terrible experience. I didn't mean to do it.
How do you not mean the factory reset phone? There's like 9 props. Like,
Nope. So to go through your settings to do it, yes. But you know how you can like hard reset your phone, like power it down, power it back on. So my phone froze, and I was waking up and running late for school. Okay, phone froze. Hold the button down. Don't even know what time it is. So my eyes are like still crossed, and I don't know what's going on in the world. So when that menu comes up, it's got 3 options. 1 is restart, 2 factory reset, and 3 is like
call 911.
turn off phone. So,
Why is that on there?
I don't know.
Like,
But point being is I accidentally hit the button twice instead of once, and instead of just turning my phone on like I was hoping, wiped it clean, and it was literally like, like thank you for choosing your new Galaxy. And I'm just sitting there like still not awake. I'm just looking at it and it's like, dude, the rage that built inside me as I was laying in bed was bad.
That's fine.
And I lost all my everything else. Like it's crazy how much stuff backs up these days. Like so, all my apps immediately log back in, re-downloaded, and like everything was super seamless except for my pictures. And I was like, oh, I just remembered I should have like a little SD card in my phone. All will be well. Nope. Took it out to film some stuff with my drone. So I lost all my pictures on my phone. And after that, I cleared my Dropbox, and the only thing I do cloud related these days is save my pictures off my phone. Cause that was a horrible experience, and I
How
wouldn't
many
wish
did
that.
you lose?
A couple thousand.
I didn't have any of our stuff on there.
Right. I mean, anything like on my Instagram is still going to be saved, and then like I've sent a bunch of stuff like my mom always asks me to send me pictures or send her pictures of like when I take trips and stuff. So like a lot of that's still backed up like through Facebook messages and whatever I sent it through with. But
Let's tie this up with some value.
where were we going from that?
We were going to go to changes in us this week.
No, before that. I feel like I took us way off
Yeah, you
topic.
did. That's why I was
Oh yeah, cloud. We're talking about everything's going to the cloud now.
renting digital all the time.
And having a hard copy of stuff. Like I like having my own hard drive with all my stuff saved on it. That way it's not in the cloud. I'm not renting it. It's not licensed.
But it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
I bought a brand new computer for thousands of dollars, and it had 2 ports. Seriously, 2. One for power.
Dude, everything is so like, I don't want to say penny pinching, but like companies nickel and dime you to death these days. Here's this like
First
state
of all,
of
we're
the
not
art.
hating on any of these companies.
No. I mean, we both have like these
I
$1,000
still pay
computers.
for your very high-end equipment. It's
Right.
just that it's infuriating when
It's something
when
that should be
I'm creating
included.
music right here, and I just need one more port, and it's just like,
Oh yeah, here's like a $150 adapter so you can use that second port.
people can't see this, but this was 100.
Well, people can see it.
Oh yeah, 100. The ones listed, $110 with tax.
Jesus, for
But
just like a USB.
Came with this nice leather slip though. I don't know if that was worth it. I had to have it though.
Right, like you don't have a choice because I mean you need multiple USBs, you need a memory card slot. That's a shame.
All right, let's quit bitching.
The one thing
We're spreading positive vibes here.
Right, well, yeah, we're allowed to give our views on this
I'm
stuff.
joking.
We're positive based in reality.
Somewhere,
Like that's a
somewhere.
very nice computer.
Yeah.
It sucks that it's got 2 ports.
It's very. I'm a realist, but with it, it's very nice. But just give me some more ports next time, please. All right. So next to
Steve Jobs would make sure that had more ports.
we lost Steve Jobs and Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
I mean, Steve Buscemi next. So I'm starting to fucking right.
oh, the world's ended.
All right. So back to the topic: being yourself, being true to yourself, and how to accomplish that. So we're going to take on a challenge this week with you guys, and we encourage you to do the same. About picking 1 or 2 things that is about what you're going through, or anything about your personal character, anything to change, to improve on.
All right.
So, of course, they're listening. They can pick that on. We won't know unless they write
Yeah,
us. You can
let
write
us
us
know.
up.
Yeah, let us know in the comments, emails.
I would love to know, and I would love to see progress.
Right, I would definitely be fine with like
Let's do. You want to do a monthly?
a monthly what?
You want to just do this every month? Pick 2 things. It's the 15th, it's right in the middle of the month, and this will be aired. So. And so
It's
it'll
weird.
be.
Tomorrow is
Well, I
weird.
mean, it'll come on our stuff then.
Nah, I'm definitely down to help hype people up and stuff. Like, I definitely feel like once we get established, we should find a way to like, I don't want to say make a contest, but like do like a subscriber shout out or something. You know, just to to be somebody else's hot man. I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody could use a hot man.
All right. So my number one is I need more energy, and I need not fake energy with energy drinks and shit. So I'm gonna work on my diet a little bit this week. I've been eating horrible last week. I mean, the worst. Like, I eat out of a dumpster every single day. So I have to work on my diet and I don't want to be so tired every day, and I want to do it naturally.
That's really hard to do.
I cook. I pre-plan, so.
Well, like meal prep.
Yeah, usually. But I've been really busy here lately, so that's my first.
We've been so busy.
That's my first thing.
I want to be
A baller, a little bit taller.
Shut up. Now I want to be more organized. Like, I feel like that's my biggest downfall. Is like, I always, whatever the case may be, there's always these people that are like writing in planners and like, setting up like little schedules on their phones.
I'm writing the
and
planner, I'll lose it though.
But for me, it's like, I look at that and I'm like, man, I wish I would do that, or man, like, I need to do that. At the end of the day, like, even when I try that, like, I even bought one recently, and I've been doing it a little bit for like certain like business stuff, but like for like a day-to-day basis of like, oh, I need to make sure I've got like a topics list for us to talk about on the podcast, or I need to make sure that like the camera batteries are charged. Dude, like, for me, like, I wake up and I try to think about what I can, and by the time like, I take a shower and get ready, all of that's out the window. It's like, what did I need? I'm forgetting something. Like, if I could get rid of that I'm forgetting something feeling every day of my life, I'll be doing better.
All right. Well, we'll do one more thing each, but let's hold each other to this. We'll check each other's progress. So my second thing is to tie into that with yours a little bit. Mine is to actually stick to deadlines. I know what I need to do, and I'm organized enough to say, okay, I got this song here, or we got this shirt designed for this or something. But then I'll just be like, well, I'll just go take a shower and I'll fall asleep for 2 hours or something. So not.
Be here at 6. We'll start at 9.
Yeah. So mine is to actually stick to time frames with myself, not so much as anything else, but.
For me, I need to stop procrastinating, and that's not going to happen. It needs to. But, like, say I got, like, a deadline, like...
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Right, it's so hard to not procrastinate. Like, everything's last minute for me, and it's weird, because I do better under pressure, whether it's, like, a report or, like, whatever the case may be. Like, when I know that it's, like, I have to do this before I go to bed, or, like, it's not going to get done.
But if you could adopt that mindset right in the beginning... Right,
yeah, like, if I could do stuff, like, when I got it, and it was just always on... But I would have to always be on top of things.
Which is what you want to do.
Which is what I need to do.
So our challenge: stop procrastinating and get healthy. That's mine.
Right. I could work out more. Like, I still work out daily, but not like going to the gym, just like home gym type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, a pull-up bar is the greatest thing that I've ever bought in my life.
It's a full body. So yeah, so you guys also just join us, pick something and make yourself better. This whole episode's about being you, loving yourself. So even if you're not happy in every aspect, it takes a step. That's all it takes. Is one step.
That's a good point for this. Like, this ties everything in. It was on, I don't even remember, I was watching like something, like some random show on TV. But it said everybody wants to change. Nobody wants to change though.
That's true. So it takes that 1% effort to make a change. Just go out and do something. Go change something in your life, and you'll.
It could be something small too, because that's one thing that I noticed is like my whole workout routine that I got going right now. Like in the beginning, like I would work out like once a week and be like, oh, like I did a little bit. But once I set like a rhythm of like every morning as soon as I wake up, like I work out before I even like take a shower or like anything, and like those little things like that, like even if it's just like a 10-minute workout to get your day started, like I feel better about myself. Like waking up, it's like, all right, got that done. That's one thing done for the day. Like that adds up so quick. Like
yeah, but when you go to work, when I get up at 6 o'clock,
even then, dude, like when
so
I get
hard.
up, like,
I know it's just so hard.
And I'm not like, even if it's like a 5-minute workout, like if you do like 30.
My gym's like 10 miles away.
Like get your push-ups and sit-ups.
No, I go every day. It's not that.
I
just need to change my times for my new schedule coming up for all that. So what's the last time? We have one more time.
So we talked about changes we want to see, and we'll do that. I say we do like long-term and short-term ones.
All right.
So we can do like a monthly long-term.
Just track your progress for every episode, and then we'll touch in on a minute or two, and then we'll just track.
Yeah, we'll just bring them up every episode, whatever time frame that is, because it's going to change. I don't know. All right, so on to the next thing. Upcoming plans. So upcoming plans from now.
This weekend's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, I don't even know if we could say today because of the way we're doing the rollout. But the point being is like this weekend, it's gonna be good. So we have March Madness. We have St. Patrick's Day. We have spring break, and we live in a college town.
Yeah, that's.
And they all fall like the first day the class goes out. Like
What day is this? Like Friday? Like this Friday?
yeah,
Like 2
like
days?
2 days from now is start of spring break. St. Patrick's Day Saturday.
March Madness is all weekend.
Yeah, so this weekend we'll have some stories.
And video.
Yeah. Not a good week. Not a good weekend to try an interview though. Be like, yeah, if you're not too busy, do you want to come meet with? No, that's not gonna happen this weekend.
So I'm buying a new Harley this weekend.
I know.
Pretty excited for
Now
that.
they know.
Yeah, I'll show you guys a reveal.
We could do a reveal video, model shoot.
Yeah, I'll get sick. No, I'm just kidding. No, so yeah, this weekend's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a lot of great things to talk about this weekend.
Dude, the next sunny day. I don't even care when it is. We're going riding.
Yeah, we have to.
We've had motorcycles collectively for 20 plus years.
We never run. Saturday also too. We're gonna have to like split
Saturday's
up
gonna
and
be
meet
tricky.
up Friday and then Sunday.
No. I thought you were going to be back by like 11 on Saturday.
Saturday night? Yeah.
So
I just
a late night.
Okay, yeah. But that's gonna be for everybody. So yeah, so that's
Or
what
we could go out.
we are going now.
We definitely.
All right,
need
so
to-
we'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
So
they don't need to hear
also
that.
love you. This ties into that. Be yourself, love yourself. But also this weekend, go out and get out of your comfort zone. Back to episode 1. Go out. This is the best weekend you can go out and do
Right.
something for a guy.
For sure.
I mean, it's March
I mean,
Madness.
like-
If you don't want to go to talk to a woman or something or a mate, go
Yeah,
to the
just
bar.
Go out. It doesn't even have to be a bar. You can go out like
We're
we
talking about a
always go
sports event. Where else are you going to get them? The best bar, Buffalo Wild Wings. Go get some wings and a beer and watch
Well,
the
see, I
games.
wouldn't call it a bar. To me, that's like
Well, we're
sports
not
bars
technical.
aren't bars or clubs to me.
Oh, really? Say that again slowly. Sports bars.
Right, to me, like B-Dubs is a restaurant, but
I don't even know if they have a restaurant part of it. I just go in there for that. So I'm not telling you
But
to
no,
go
no, no.
drink. I'm just saying go
yeah,
out.
like go watch the game.
Or go do something for St. Patty's Day. Or go enjoy spring break. It's snowing here in this piece of
Right.
shit town.
Dude, how weird is it that like I was on my street bike on Christmas Day, and
I have a whole
Monday.
theory about that I want to get into
yeah,
later.
like I was up my motorcycle on Christmas Day, and Monday is the first day of spring, and there's a good chance we'll still see snow. Like,
Yeah.
how can I ride for Christmas but not for spring?
I got you. I'm the same way. So, main point of that is just be yourself, love yourself, but go out and push your boundaries. Like we said, if there's a stigma of being alone or something, this is a great weekend to really tackle that.
That really is. And like, say you do go out, say you're trying to meet new people. So like this episode's all about like be yourself. Like you don't have to pretend to know everything about sports if you're not even there for that. If you just want to meet people, like buy somebody a drink.
Number 1 rule: put the fucking phone down.
Yes.
Put your phone down. I don't care.
You know what's worse than like just
That's-
the person by themselves is like you see like a table of 4
Group of-
people and nobody's even talking to each other.
Yeah, but that is a nervous thing. If you're alone or with
Well,
one person,
yeah, that I can
you're
understand,
waiting on
like-
a drink or something. But still, break out of that. Don't
Yeah.
do
Go,
not.
sit next to somebody at the bar. Like there's always going to be like that empty chair next to somebody else, depending on how crowded it is. But like sit next to somebody, just strike up a conversation. Ask what they're drinking.
So that's my first rule. Put the fucking phone down. My second rule is listen. If a waiter or a bartender is talking to you or something like that, 80% of the chance she's not into. She's doing her job. So that's the thing I see often.
Yeah,
That's
just remember that like bartenders
paid
and waitresses,
to be nice to you.
that you are their source of income. So don't think that you're special
No, just
when it
'cause-
comes to like a waitress or a bartender.
And every drink you take, you will think you're more special to that.
Yeah,
bartender.
you think you might like have an in, and like on rare occasions you might.
Yeah.
But
She's
especially
seen-
if it's busy, if it's an upscale type of place,
Don't
you're the
bother them.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, so if you
She's
think
seen
she's flirting,
500 of you that night.
yeah, like if you think she's flirting, just know that she's working.
Yeah. That's my only 2. Well, my next rule: just push outside your boundaries. Just
Right.
love yourself. Push out your boundaries. So 3 rules: put your phone down. Find somebody other than the waitress to hit on, and just be confident in yourself and go live.
Right. So on that note, to close up, that's Casey.
I want to throw this out there real quick. I don't mean just women. If you like
Well,
a
yeah,
man
like
or a
if-
man, woman, one, I don't care about your mate. I'm just using in general. If
Yeah,
it's-
well,
if
see,
you're-
we're throwing this out from our perspective,
Yeah.
so we're gonna like hit on the women. But if you're hitting on a dude, or if you're looking
if
for
he's working there, don't hit on him. Don't
yeah,
hit
like
him.
what we're saying is, if he's a waiter or not a waitress, like the same thing applies. Like
Yeah.
this doesn't just go to like men looking for women. This goes for any odd combination of whatever. So with that political correctness thrown out there, that's Casey.
That's Christian.
Yep.
We're the men of cause.
Men of cause, and Follow us on Instagram.
The Menopause
At the
THC.
at the Cause, Facebook at the Cause, all those other social media type ordeals, and we will see you guys next time. Be really terrible if it wasn't recording, but it is. 20 minutes. That was a 50-minute episode. Good job.
That was